What if I told you that the most controversial fitness influencer on the internet might actually be one of the most authentic business teachers of our generation? And what if I told you that his teaching method involves deliberately destroying himself on camera so you don't have to? This week, the Whop team spent a day with Togi, real name Shane Stauffer, and the resulting video exploded to 500,000 views in 4 days. But here's what most people missed. This wasn't just content. This was a masterclass disguised as chaos.
This is Togi, and let's just say he was on the short bus as a kid, but we still love him.
Before Togi became the Goggins of gambling, he was just another college kid sleeping in a frat house closet, broke and desperate. The transformation didn't happen by accident. It was a calculated business decision. In early 2023, he made a post that would change everything. This would be my last natty video. What followed was a deliberate campaign to become famous through steroid glorification. Not because he loved steroids, but because his regular content wasn't working. As he told Larry Wheels, "I started off with just straight up glorifying steroids, making some of the hardest edits on the internet." It was a perfect storm of controversy and transparency that catapulted him to millions of followers. But here's the thing nobody talks about. Togi figured out that authenticity isn't about being perfect. It's about being honest about your imperfections. Most influencers sell you the dream. Togi sells you the nightmare.
I was so inebriated.
And somehow, it's more valuable. Watch him gamble away $200,000 in a single night. See him break his ankle and continue gambling from the hospital bed.
He's literally gonna break his ankle.
I've never seen Are you okay? I think I just broke my ankle. Honestly, hurts so bad, but the chicken.
Okay, we're about to cross.
Come on, please, Steve.
Boom!
If somebody with like lung comes in, don't.
Stop it.
This isn't glorification. It's a cautionary tale performed in real time. His YouTube channel is essentially a museum of bad decisions. I lost everything. Betting my business on black. Road to $10 million is complete. But buried between the gambling streams and steroid cycles is something remarkable. Genuine business education. His business masterclass video has 1.6 million views. People aren't just watching for the train wreck, they're learning. Coach Greg calls him a cautionary tale, saying his content should be the definitive proof that gambling does not work. And that's exactly the point. When 5- and 6-year-olds ask for photos with him, Togi doesn't hide from the responsibility. He jokes that kids should start gambling early, so you can learn how to do it properly.
6-year-olds asked for pictures today, which is cool. I love the fans, but I did not know we had 6-year-olds watching me just rip and gamble, and they're like, 5-year-olds wants to gamble? They should gamble.
But the subtext is clear. Learn by watching me destroy myself, not by doing it yourself. It's the most expensive public service announcement in internet history. His daily routine reads like a manual on how to optimize human performance through chemistry. 40 to 50 supplements every morning to replace the Adderall that nearly killed him. Steroids managed with military precision. Sleep schedules destroyed and rebuilt. He's not just an influencer, he's a human guinea pig, documenting what happens when you push every biological and psychological system to its breaking point. The Trailer Park Laboratory, which brings us to those trailers in Texas. What looked like elaborate performance art was actually something deeper. A controlled experiment in dopamine regulation. After making millions and living in $3,000 a night hotels, Togi realized luxury had broken his reward system. So he deliberately reset to zero. Not just financially, but psychologically.
And I was watching Trailer Park Boys and at the same time, because I'm mad bored watching Trailer Park Boys. I was like, dude, this is life right here. That shit's potent. That shit's hitting. So I was like, fuck this. I'm going to give away all my money. I'm going to get all my homies, and we're going to start businesses out of trailers.
The short bus the Whop team gave him wasn't just a gift. It was a perfect metaphor. He's reclaiming the symbol of his educational failure and turning it into a vehicle for teaching others. Because here's what the critics miss. Togi isn't telling people to follow his path. He's showing them what happens when you do, so they can make better choices. When Togi handed that Sonic worker $10,000 for an honest review of pickle slushies, it wasn't random generosity. It was a demonstration of something profound. The worker wanted to build a D&D room and pay off debt.
No, excuse me. I think you're a really cool guy. We're giving out blessings today. I wanted to give you $10,000 for the honest pickle review and the awesome drink. I mean it, bro. It's $10,000 for you. I'm not playing. That's real money. That's all yours, bro. Yeah, fuck Sonic, bro.
Let's go!
You don't gotta quit or nothing, but 10 racks. Yeah, it's all yours, dog. We're giving away blessings today in the blessing bus. Boom. I got you, dog.
It's absurd and beautiful and somehow makes perfect sense. Togi's current philosophy is simple. Whenever he loses gambling, he has to give away half of it. When he wins, he gives away the winnings. It's not Robin Hood. It's more like a tax on his own destructive behavior.
Giving away big amounts because that guy's life has changed now instead of just like small shit. I always carry like 10K on me just to like tip Uber drivers and shit, and I give them like a few hundred, and if they're really stoked on it, usually I give them more.
His YouTube channel reveals the method behind the madness. 2-hour deep dives on business strategy, detailed breakdowns of supplement protocols, honest discussions about the psychological cost of his lifestyle choices. He's not just performing chaos, he's curating it. Every bad decision is documented, analyzed, and offered as data for his audience to process. When he says he feels on top of the world, while simultaneously sleeping 15 hours a day and missing entire days of eating, he's not lying. He's showing you the gap between external success and internal experience. Which brings us to why the Whop video worked so well. The platform has become a space where creators can monetize authentic education, even when that education comes through negative examples. While Togi was distributing cash in Texas, the Whop ecosystem continued evolving. New AI tools launched. The iOS interface got rebuilt. Someone crossed $10 million in platform earnings. A $500,000 hackathon was announced.
Developers, you can win $500,000 in funding for your app in 48 hours. Introducing the Whop X Alliance Build Something Viral Hackathon. This 2-day event has one goal: ship a Whop app that people can't stop sharing. Just bring your wildest consumer app idea, list it on the Whop App Store, and get creators to start installing it inside their communities. You can build any app you want: AI, crypto, social, anything. Whoever builds the best Whop app will get $500,000 in funding to fuel their launch, plus get a spot in the next Alliance Accelerator cohort.
It's all part of the same story: the democratization of knowledge, even when that knowledge comes from watching someone systematically destroy and rebuild themselves for educational purposes. The uncomfortable truth is that Togi might be the most honest influencer on the internet. Not because he's perfect, but because he's perfectly transparent about his imperfections. He overdosed on Adderall mixed with meth 6 months ago. His response wasn't to get clean. It was to develop a better relationship with mortality while maintaining his addictions. That's not recovery advice. That's data about what happens when you choose optimization over healing. His acne-covered face tells the story his success metrics hide. His broken sleep schedule reveals what his bank account conceals. His gambling addiction exposes what his business masterclasses can't teach. He's not trying to be a role model, he's trying to be a case study. And maybe that's more valuable. So when the Whop video hit 500,000 views, what were people really watching? They were watching someone who figured out how to monetize complete honesty about the cost of success. Togi has created something unprecedented, a business model based on being the cautionary tale. He makes money by showing people exactly what not to do, while simultaneously teaching them how to build wealth. Its performance and authenticity collapsed into the same thing. It's education disguised as entertainment. It's a masterclass in personal branding through strategic self-destruction. And maybe that's exactly what the creator economy needed. Someone willing to be completely honest about what success actually costs, even when the cost is everything. The Whop team captured something important last week. Not just content, but a new model for what influence can look like when it's built on radical transparency instead of aspirational fantasy. See you next week. Assuming any of us survive the authenticity,